Is your computer worth fixing? Hey, this is Jeremy with Morgan Systems, here in the Terrell, Forney, and Mesquite area, providing local IT support, and I'm going to walk you through 5 easy checks to see if your computer is worth fixing or if it's better to start fresh. This walkthrough will assume your computer is less than 6 or 7 years old. Unless it's high-end or custom built, this tends to be the sweet spot where it no longer makes sense to keep fixing it. So let's begin our checks. First, we'll see how your computer performs under a heavy load. On your taskbar, open up several applications at once, including several browser windows with multiple tabs. You can compare the results of your computer speed with mine. After everything is open, X out of the windows one by one. If there was no lag, no freezing up, then you passed the test. If your computer did lock up, then there is a problem. The upcoming tests will help us determine what can be done about it. Sometimes the issue is not the computer at all, is instead either a Wi-Fi or an internet problem. To check that out, open up your browser and type in speedtest.net at the top. When it comes up, press go. So first it's going to check this download speed and then the upload speed. The upload speed is not as important. It's this download speed right here in megabits per second. Now I've got around 240 or so download speed. That's pretty average. Most people are going to have in the hundreds of megabits per second download speed. But if that download speed is lower than about 50, between 50 and 20, once it gets in that area or lower, you're definitely going to notice a big difference in the performance, and your computer may even behave like it's an issue with the computer itself. So if you have that problem, if this is really low, your download speed, what you want to do is look over here at your signal strength bars. If your signal strength bars are low, then you might want to look at installing a wireless access point in your home, or you might want to look at installing a USB Wi-Fi dongle that just plugs right into your computer and is sometimes more powerful than the wireless capabilities of your laptop. But you want to do whatever you need to get those signal bars higher, that signal strength better, if your download speed is no good. Now, if you have full strength on your 5 bars here on your signal strength, if you have full bars and you still have bad download speed, then what you want to do is contact your internet service provider and ask them what download speed you're paying for and compare that download speed to your actual download speed from your test. There's been numerous occasions that I've gone over to a customer's site and we called the internet service provider together and we said, why are we getting this low download speed? We're paying for a higher speed. And they said, hang on, let me check something. Let me look at something over here. And they flipped a few switches or whatever they did. They came back on the phone and they said, okay, it should be all better now. And we were just kind of left like, what was that? Why did they not have those things turned on so that we could get our proper download speed? So it was a kind of a strange scenario, and I've seen it several times. So make sure you're getting the download speed you're actually paying for from your internet service provider, or call them up and say, hey, what's going on? Maybe you guys need to fix this. Next, we'll check out our storage and our memory. Often the two are confused, but they're two very different things. If we click on this yellow folder here and we look at this PC, if you're not already at this PC, you can look over here in the left-hand pane and click this PC over here in the pane. Now this, where you see the local drive, local disk C, that is your storage. And you definitely don't want that full. If that fills up completely, it'll definitely make your computer lag and lock up and have problems. Eventually, it could have problems booting up. So that's your storage. To look at your memory, you want to right-click this PC and go to Properties. And then look at where it says Installed RAM, Random Access Memory. If that is anything below 16 gigabytes on a Windows 10 or Windows 11 system or higher, depending on when you're watching this, it's not enough. So if you have 8 gigabytes of memory or you have 4 gigabytes of memory, that will definitely have an impact on your performance, especially when you're multitasking and you have a lot of windows open, a lot of tabs open. And with only 8 gigabytes of memory, you're definitely going to see a lag. You're going to feel that. So you can take it to a shop, or you can take it to me and let me know if that memory is low. Depending on how old your computer, we can talk about if that's worth it. If you don't want to spend the money to get more RAM, or your computer is older, then what you want to do to mitigate the problems associated with not having enough memory is to simply don't have too many things open at once. Don't have too many tabs open at once, too many programs open at once, and kind of do less at one time. Multitask a little less. But of course, with me, like I have 32 gigabytes, I've got a graphics card, I've got a good processor, so I can really open a lot of things and do them at once before I see any kind of lag on my system. As long as we're being thorough about checking out our computer's performance, it's always a good idea to check for adware and malware. First, let's check for adware. Open up a browser window and type in ADW Cleaner. Adware Cleaner by Malwarebytes is a very respected application by techs. You can get it for free. Once that downloads, click on it to run it. And run your scan. If anything comes up, you want to go ahead and remove those, and you can skip basic repair. For malware, you want to go ahead and use the antivirus program that you have installed on your computer. If you don't have an antivirus installed on your computer, or you want a recommendation for one, I would recommend Bitdefender or Malwarebytes. Adware Cleaner is made by Malwarebytes, but Malwarebytes also makes antivirus, which you can try for free. So both Malwarebytes and Bitdefender have really solid reputations for keeping viruses off your computer. I would like to close with a word of caution on surge protectors. Most people don't even realize how common it is for a surge protector to be the cause of a computer problem. That is a bad or old failing surge protector. It happens all the time. I see it multiple times a year, and these things don't last longer than about 4 to 7 years until they become unstable, unreliable, and literally the electric current going through them is not safe for your computer. Now, to show you just how authentic this suggestion is, I guess I could say, I'm going to show you in Google by doing a search. Do surge protectors expire? And how long do they last? Surge protectors do not have a hard expiration date, but they expire functionally as their internal components, metal oxide varistors, degrade with each power surge absorbed. They typically last 3 to 5 years, so that lines up with what I just said. Though heavy use or major surge can destroy them instantly, replace them immediately if indicator light fails, they feel hot, or after a massive power surge. All 3 of these are really important to remember. The indicator, the LED on them no longer comes on, especially if it flickers. I see that all the time. I'll see a computer that keeps freezing up, won't start. It's just locking up or taking too long. And I look over at the surge protector. It's about 10 years old, and that LED on the surge protector is just flickering. It happens all the time. I say that's the problem right there. We replace the surge protector, and all of a sudden the computer's fine. Or sometimes the surge protector has caused too much damage over time, and you do have to replace the computer. But I've seen situations, I've seen quite a bit, where a computer won't start, or it's crashing, it's having some major problem, and we replace the computer, and they didn't want to replace the surge protector, even though I suggested it, and the brand new computer started crashing also. And I said, well, let me take a look at the computer, and I brought it back to my place. It was running fine after a lot of testing. This has happened a lot. And then I brought the computer back, and I said, let's change out your surge protector. It's really important, actually. So we changed out the surge protector, and bam, just like that, or we plugged it into a wall, just like that, the problem's gone. So it ended up being the surge protector. This really happens a lot. So keep an eye on that. And yeah, that's it. That's all I have for today. Drop me a comment and subscribe if you like this video. And if you have any other questions about how I can help you upgrade or replace your computers, reach out to me at morgansystems.net. Thank you.